Omagi adolo yi emenuta okpane unu na yari ama o Omagi adolo yi emenuta okpane na Nuta abogida mamiengo tusinune give okpane
Come on, greet that.
Why money if you turn and but why did you?
I have about 100 students now. You come here, you can. That's good. I say that. I talk about that. What's that?
Thank you, mommy.
Say thank you now.
What do you say to mommy? Thank you. Mommy, thank you. Mommy, thank you.
We are more. Say thank you, Daddy. If you have not gotten your
So next time we are coming, more than this.
yes.
Stretch your hands.
Stretch your hands.
On the benefit of one break your one week. This is the benefit. If you don't take. Okay.
Okay, is it double?
Thank you.
It's okay now.
Thank you, everybody. Bring your hand. Stretch your hand. Thank you, OGBK. Thank you. God bless. Oh yeah, pray for you.
we go around the school and see how Igbinosun went. I'm very proud of you. I've been hearing about you. Today we now say, well, it is we need to know the school. See how it is. I give you the encouragement. From today, we go to OGBK is going to be part of this, part and parcel of this. I will give you the assurance that we are going to be making some financial contribution. And the children here will be proud of us, we'll be proud of them. And by the time we come maybe next year to this school, it must be bigger than this. Painting and decoration, everything will be more than that. So this is the reason and the principle for the OGBK. Where it was, we actually decided to create OGBK was to assist those who are less privileged in society. It's not for those who are already, we are all created as the same, but there are some who are more equal than the others. So for that reason, we target those who are less privileged. And so especially the children, we don't joke with them. So that is the area we actually focus on. As we live here, we are also going to somewhere else. It's not today here, we are visiting today. No, I'm coming to that. So, because the reason I'm speaking this English is that I will also speak in Benin, is that our organization is a global one. It's around the whole world. So, but what we are seeing here, a lot of people who they understand Benin, but they cannot speak because Organization of Great Benin Kingdom is not Benin only. If you are from Edo State, you are from the Great Benin Kingdom, you are a member of this organization. It doesn't mean it's not compulsory you must be Benin. So for that reason, we always have two languages that is recognized in our own constitution, which is English and Benin. So I think you understand the reason why I went in English. So you can't go here. ECOWAS a route. Kadene rakpa mawe dogo nye isko ma gbe oyi ma wese ma na ogogo ma wi are ma wi aso wa ma ri do tuna OGBK imaka ito maga be yo me yo ba yo ma ara yiwo ma onoje ma wi bisola ma gi mi okwu be tuna be ma wi do re na ogogo ma mi mo na ya ma na ECOWAS ma ya nye me maga ibo de gbe eru pono je do ke school na aga mo la tv television yo body ma be here ma we are no tura ke den na pa ma be school na o twi ma OGBK ma there as a project amen ma be are go be you and money be dey ma be mi ya hio o be second so oba so pere okay OGBK ma je meeting ma gire why if you are not the meeting?
So it's somebody that still gave us this song. This one.
So Egor cow. Other anything you lack of. Okay. You let us know. Okay. Mama coordinator. Coordinator man you tell her. She will let us know. Or you will
Mama. Okay.
Posted some to our platform already. All the white problem, why do we first bank? Why do we first bank? Back in Europe? Yeah, I will. Probably not. They may have said they become in what? What is it? People are you will have wash. I will probably not. It's so people are you will. Money. But why taking a jump area like a junction? Mais le sabbat. Let them understand also that the participation problem who are below.
My name is Ambassador Waimani. I'm MD Visitor Limited, and we have here is a kind of research center where we remind you or refresh your memory about your culture and tourism. You know, and we discovered that Edo language, mostly our language, Edo language is number 146 in the world. Now researchers have said it will go extinct. That's all we. Because none of our children speaks our language. It's gradually dying. And the market came that is why we must do everything possible to ensure that mostly our children coming, already getting out or know that our language is important. Then manage the parents. How will you feel when you find yourself in the gathering? You want to talk to your own child without the other person hearing what you want to say. It's a difficult thing for us. Whereas outside the same Igbo. So that is why one of the reasons why we try to If you are one of those that follows us on YouTube, visit Egor, you will see that that is the champion course that we always put in front. But we always explain the reason why we speak English mostly in our program, because we want our program to go wider. Then when it comes to our golden language, my wife is very keki. So once again, I will say you are welcome to visit Egor, Art Gallery and Resort. Visit Egor, we start by telling you reminding you of some historical stories. Like what we have here. This is the way the art can present Oba Ewakpe. Oba Ewakpe is the 21st Oba of Benin. The 21st Oba of Benin. And while the present Oba is the 40th Oba. Oba Ewakpe, you might be surprised, why is he presented this way, having 3 faces and suspended, not on the ground? Because during the reign of Oba Ewakpe, he had a lot of troubles. It all started when he actually lost his mother. And the chiefs went to pay a condolence visit to him. Everybody knows that Benin chiefs put on white. But when they got there, he got angry. Why would they put on white when he's mourning his mother? And he ended up killing the chiefs. The only few ones that could run away were able to run. And they went back to arrange with the Benin to say nobody will pay homage to the palace anymore. They cannot be paying homage to the Oba that is killing them. And it happens that way, away Egor gate here. But Egor gate do you not drive, I mean not here, the palace, nothing. He now decided to embark on a journey to his mother's village, Ikoka. And he got to Ikoka, he was received. But here now, when you were coming, did you not see tall grasses on your way? He said, yes, I saw tall grasses. And he brought out machete for him to go and clear. And he got angry again and said, me, Oba to go and clear. And he left with annoyance back to Benin, himself and the Omada. On their way back to Benin, he saw Omada die, no water to drink, no food to eat. Omada died in his own hand. With the pains, the asset that was with him, the Oba of Benin have an asset that is holding. He now used it to place the Ikoka on the course. That there will be never a prominent or a rich man in Ikoka, except the women, because of his mother. And he now threw that asset to the bush. And he got back to Benin. Till today, there is no prominent or a rich man in Ikoka. Till today, except the women. All the buildings, all the rich people in Ikoka, they are all women. But they have been going to appeal, but they have been asked to go and look for the asset that was thrown to the bush. And it's nowhere to be found. So he got back to the palace. All his wives have left the palace. Only one remaining, which is Igbinosun. Sorry. Igbinosun stayed back in the palace. And he now asked, why did you go with the rest of them? He said, you are my king and my husband. I will stay with you through these trials. And she really stayed. But now they needed to perform a sacrifice that would restore peace to Benin. And it has to be a human sacrifice, as at that time. There is nobody to use, no slave in the palace, nobody anymore. She offered herself, use me, my husband. And the husband said, no, I can't use you. She was able to convince the husband to use her on one condition. Nobody steps on my grave. And the moment the husband covered the grave, started hearing drum sounds from different corners of Benin. They were all dancing to the palace, a thing that had stopped for a very long time. That shows that the sacrifice has been accepted. And while everybody was jubilating, Oba Ewakpe was not having a mixed reaction. He was not sad, he was not happy. That is where the song came out. Ewakpe, 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 Menonyoba, Ife Make Ifye, O Make Gogo, Ewakpe, Menonyoba. So he really kept to the promise that nobody steps on her grave. But there was a case of a young man that was due to marry. No woman was accepting him to marry him. He has been looking for a woman to marry him, no way. But he finally got one. He started jubilating here and there, meeting people, telling people, I've gotten a woman, I've gotten a wife to marry. He didn't stop there. He said he must go to the palace of the Oba of Benin. to go and tell the palace that he finally got a wife. On his way there, he mistakenly steps on a cow feces. Isemila, Ogbowe Isemila, looking for a place to clean his leg. He ended up cleaning his leg in Engr, and he was caught and beheaded, died immediately. I wish he quietly married his wife. He would have still very much alive as a dead. So, till today, the grave of Eden is still very much in existence around the urban market houses. Now protected with tall irons, protectors, so that somebody will not mistakenly step on it. So that's the story of Egor and Eden. This was the night. This was the night he was crowned. In Usama, this place is called Usama, around the Siloko Road houses. This is where the Oba was crowned, the 40th Oba of Benin. Before now, we had Ogiso dynasty. We had 33 Ogisos, and the last Ogiso was Ogiso Owodo, before the Oba dynasty started. And this is the 40th Oba. Why? When Uselu chiefs, please permit me at this junction, we don't want anybody to record this part. 3 sisters. From the same parents, 3 sisters from the same parents, which is Ewe or Yoyo, Ubi. Only anyone so anywhere, are Ewe, Gyomo, Ugao, where, Yoyo, where, Yoyo, and Ubi became stubborn and wicked, and she was sent out of the palace. Ubi na iya fifuani. Do you understand? Ubi na iya fifuani. And it all started when we see this cloth that everybody is putting on. Ukmiwu, ati eredo, ukmiwu. This iwu, before the white men brought tattoo, we already started having tattoo back here. It all started when Ewe the first lost his 2 children at the same day. The 2 sons died at the same day. And that was what led him to marry 3 sisters from the same parent in order to get a male child quickly again. So when that incident happened, he now said the Benin must mourn his children for 3 years. They will mourn the children for 3 years. And within that 3 years, no man cut his hair, no man shaved, no man sleep with his wife, and no man sweep. In other words, you are now said that you cannot cook because it's an abomination if you don't sweep and you don't polish the native stove those days, which is away. It's an abomination for you to cook. So indirectly you are saying no cooking. So when the laws were too strong, people started running away from Benin, migrating to different states, different countries around. And that was when the people we now refer to as Esa, they ran away from Benin, the 3 brothers. Iruekme, those are the names now. Uromi and Ekboma. When they ran, as they were running away, the last bomb got to where it is now known as Iruekme. Iru Orekme. Iru Orekme. That is where the Ekmen go to rest. Wants to rest. And the last bomb got there. He said he's tired, he cannot move from there anymore. He wants to stay there. And the brother said, no, where we are coming from, here is still very close to that place, still the same place, territory. He said, no, he cannot move again. And they said he cannot, okay, if you want to stay there, let us move forward so that all of us will not be in one place. And that was how he settled there. They now metamorphosed the name to Iruekme. Then Ekboma Urumi, they went to settle in their various places. That was when the Obana rolled their tongue, that they cannot speak the same tongue with us anymore. You understand? The same Asaba, Onitsha, all are Benin. The same thing, that was when a lot of people migrated from Benin because of those rules and laws. When the Oba noticed that a lot of people were relocating, he now said from so age must carry this tattoo. This tattoo those days, you do it to your skin. blood gush out, they treat you with some traditional medicine until heal. Then that mark remains with you for life. Iwu. So that is how it was in human body then. I still have a photograph of my great-grandmother on Iwu. The Oba has sent a message to the neighboring states and countries that anywhere you see anybody with this mark, you know they are from Benin. Return them back to Benin, or else you get my wrath, because he was actually overseeing all the countries and all that then, and they were really doing that. So they were able to survive that period, and they now said they would not longer put it in the body. Let's metamorphose into a cloth. That is the Ukpinwu that we wear today. Some persons don't know the origin of Ukpinwu. So you now see some persons putting Adabeben. Adabeben is only the royalty that is allowed to use Adabeben for their own. The rest is Iwu. That's the story of Adabeben and the Iwu cloth. Then that photograph you have there was snapped since 1897. Sorry. This photograph was snapped since 1897 during the British invasion, the Benin massacre. This time around, the British have burned down houses, killed a lot of our people, confiscated our artifacts, and this time they are celebrating that they have conquered the Edo people. Snappy pictures. This was the photograph that was actually used against them in the world court as an evidence. And today they have since started returning our artifacts, and they are going to return all. Oba Atokbe. The most recent one that was returned is Uwila. Uwila was returned and Okpa. That is barely about 3-4 months ago. I was opportune to be in that ceremony when it was returned. Each one now worth over 600,000 pounds. It was returned, and with a lot of happiness in Benin, that yet they have started bringing. Eo was returned during Obaye Diawa. Eo was returned during Obaye Diawa. And Ayamoro was returned during Obaye Diawa by Mark Walker. Mark Walker returned this very Ayamoro with a story that his grandfather was among the British that invaded Benin. And since that time, this peace has been with them at home. And they have been going through some spiritual problem. Not that they were dying prematurely, but the thing was eating them. His grandfather died of it. It was the turn of his father. He said it was the turn of his father. And it's now his turn, and he's already about 80 years old now. And before he now made the research to discover this was the problem they were having. And he said he must return it by himself to the Oba of Benin. And I was there in that ceremony when it was returned. You really see an old man, a white man, that he returned this thing from the UK. And after he went back, he rode back again to apologize on behalf of his grandfather and the entire UK. That he has gone back. Since he got back, that spiritual problem they have been having has since stopped. They don't experience it anymore. This is Ayamoro that the Oba used to do Ugie. Whenever, mostly Ugie Mobo, when he holds this Ayamoro, he start hitting it. Ayo, ayo, ebo, ayo, ayo, ebo. About talk by it. So that is Ayamoro. Then, because of our language are going extinct, we decided to make out some shirts, design some shirts. If we can buy a shirt that carries Statue of Liberty, buy the shirt that carry California, India, Ghana, even Ghana, we can buy a shirt that carry our inscriptions. And that is Akugbo 18. Unity is power. Then you have Iyosa Yi, you have La Tose from the Tose family. Then you have La Loke from Oloke family. You have La Yehu from Oyehu family. That's my family. And you have a lot of them. We have all. And we just have some that we just say treasure of our land. Treasures are so just what the one you don't have here, when we have it there, it might be where you talk. Because of sizes. So people that want their own whip, the next day they pack them. They might Yahweh now. You know, all the tribes, all the greetings in the family, and my way to allow you and all that, you know. So that is that. Just to sustain our language and our culture. That's why we are doing this. So this way, sir.
OGBK.
This is the most popular mask in the world. The most popular mask in the world is popularly called Festac head. It became Festac head in 1977 when Nigerian government chose it to be the symbol of Festac. The original name is Queen Idia Niyesige, the mother of Oba Esige, the only woman that went to war and conquered. And the woman, this is the first family that accepted Christianity in the past. This is the first family, herself and the son of Oba Esige. They are the first family that accepted Christianity. And she went to war. She didn't just conquer in the war. The war she went to was in Ida in Kogi State. Ida in Kogi State. She didn't just conquer, she arrested their traditional ruler after conquering them, arrested their traditional ruler and brought him to Benin. He brought him to Benin, they kept him in a place we now call Ogida. And many of us know Ogida in Benin. Okay. A place you now call Ogida. You must have been hearing that name. You don't know the meaning of that name. No. Then the traditional ruler now pledged loyalty to the Benin and said he cannot go back to his place anymore. That he wants to settle in Benin. And that was how he was settled in that area. That's why that area is called Ogida. Ogida. Okay. That is Ogida. So that is settled there. Those are the Portuguese missionaries. These were the missionaries that actually came and they built the church we now call it the Ole Arosa Cathedral. The Ole Arosa Cathedral now became the first church in West Africa. It was built over 500 years ago by the Portuguese missionaries. If you look at this picture very well, they are dressed like the Jews in the Bible. They are dressed like the Jews in the Bible. So when they built that church, Ole Arosa Cathedral, they named it Villa. It was called Villa. And they were staying there. Those days, they don't call men of God pastor, reverend, or bishop, like we call them now. And you don't see woman of God those days. The women are not even allowed to climb the altar. So it's only men of God you see. And they are not called pastor, reverend, or bishop. They are called papa. Men of God are called papa those days. And when they were not staying in that villa that they built, now the Ole Arosa Cathedral, they needed to rename that road. If you ask everybody now what is the name of that road, they say Akpakpava Road. The original name of that road before then was Igboba Road, because it takes you to Igboba River. But when they were not staying there, they needed to rename the road. They now renamed the road Papa Villa Road. Papa Villa Road. But when the Beninese want to pronounce it, it's difficult. They end up calling it Akpakpava Road. Akpakpava Road, that masters it. The original name is Papa Villa Road. So that just like the way the Beninese could not pronounce Portuguese, they end up calling it Portuguese. You understand? So that is that. Then let's come to this father and son. Oba Kenzua is the father of Oba Edewa. Edewa is the father of the present Oba. Ewa the second Oba Atokpe. And this is a leopard. Leopard is chasing squirrel. It's chasing squirrel. This can be very nice in your hotel reception or any busy place that you just want people to see some art, love of art and the beauty of art. And this is a mixed culture, different mask of different culture. Different mask of this different culture. And this is a painting we titled Eyes of the Gods. Eyes of the Gods, we believe that it sees more than what the normal eye can see. Those that have love for painting and know the quality of painting, they will tell you this is cheap. It's 450,000 naira for that painting. This is a kind of you can present it to a mother to appreciate your mother. Okay, this and we are using this to remind you of the days you used the pelebe to tie your hair. The days you used pelebe to tie your hair. And before I forget, these are deities. Shango, Oromila, Ogun, different, these are deities. They are deities. Okay? Then let's come this way. We have a lot of choral beats. Choral beats. Sorry. Then this way we do this in our different bronze life, you know. Then this is the studio. Our TV. This is Edo TV. This is where we transmit most of our program from. These are editing studios. The editors are not around. They are out to get content. And then we have some digital painting. That is a digital painting. You can feel it with your hand. It remains the way it is. You can have such portraits in your sitting room or anywhere. That is a digital painting. You can feel it with your hand. It remains the way it is. Okay? Yeah. It's purely digital. Those who have seen that can go out now and other 60 coming.
What is that?
Yeah, for post production. We are okay there. They are letting you know that before now, Obanya Otoya, you hardly see any country, state, or any region that does not have a trace back to Benin Kingdom. It's only two kingdoms you have in the world, United Kingdom and Benin Kingdom. Only two in the world. United Kingdom and Benin Kingdom. This Benin that we are today, that most of us that really own the Benin, Ekwegi Mazewe man, it will supersede a lot of other tribes and countries. This were this place, Otona, and I invented street light. Urupo Figmo, with Kotiwu, Arrow, and I've the trees, both sides. And when the white men saw it, they said, no, this can go for the street light, and they went to develop it. It's still on record. They found the first find that concept in Benin Kingdom. So we have all those qualities. If you check those neighboring states and countries, they have a link here. Let's start from our local stuff here. Onitsha is originated from Benin Kingdom. Asaba, Aisabona, Agbo, Domanogboy, Agbona. They come to Warri. When Olu of Warri died, they don't tell you that Olu of Warri died. They will announce that he has gone to Benin to meet his ancestors. And before you can become Olu of Warri, your mother must be a Benin woman. Now you stress it to your mother or your wife must be a Benin woman. And before Olu of Warri is buried, the Benin Palace must send Upengwa. So you see the tie. Then let's go to Calabar. When Ovorame was taken to Calabar by the British, and they dropped him there, they set up a mobile court and they said they sentenced him. And the white men went back to their country, left him there for him to be jailed. A man that was supposed to be in Ewedo means prison. When they discovered that it was an Oba of Benin, and they started worshiping him, this is our own father. Let's take you back to Benin. He said he doesn't want to go back to Benin because of those that betray him. People betrayed him at that time. And they now built him a palace in Calabar. Till today, Ovorame's palace is still in existence in Calabar. He was not being worshipped as the king he is. A man that was supposed to be in Ewedo was able to have 13 children in Calabar. 13 children in Calabar, and they are much still very there now. Recently, some of them wants to marry. They came to Benin to take blessings from the Oba of Benin. You understand? And when we visited Calabar, I was opportune to be in the entourage of the Oba of Benin. We visited a lot of these sites, even where Ovorame was buried. Till today, the Cross River State government is still spending money to decorate where Ovorame was buried. And in Kidegbe Opamuye, only his body was buried there. So you will see that that is Calabar. When Ovorame visited Calabar, Obam of Calabar left his throne and ushered our Oba to sit on his own throne. You are welcome home, my father. Eko, presently Oba of Lagos still come to Benin. Oba of Lagos still come to Benin to tell our Oba, my father Mbako, Dahomey. Have you heard of Dahomey? Cotonou, Togo, and all that? Is Dahomey. Is Dahomey. Omonoye Sabien Ogiso. Again, that way we would not even settle you. That is why that place is called Dahomey. Is Dahomey. Ambassador Sir Amore Joseph of blessed memory. Make that song popular. Dahomey no Ogiso. That's the seed Dahomey. Republic of Benin, all those are Benin land before now. They are all Benin land. Accra, Ghana have been able to trace their knowledge to the Benin Kingdom. You have a lot of places, you know. Then let me shock you so that I don't talk much of your time. Far away Japan. I don't know if you are aware of this before now. Far away Japan, their knowledge is traced back to the Benin Kingdom. You will say how? Does anybody have Google here in your phone? Get ready to find out something. Let's start by the Viber ones. The Japanese Greek Domo, the Beninese Greek Domo, the Japanese Sansa Osato, the Benin Sansa Osato, the Japanese Sansa Osahai, the Benin Sansa Osahai, the Japanese Sansa Osama, the Benin Sansa Osama, the Japanese call water Ame, the Benin call Sita Ame, the Japanese call dog Kita, the Benin call Kita. You can say those are coincident, but type the question to Google right here. What was the former name of the capital city of Japan? What was the former name of the capital city of Japan? The former name of the capital city of Japan was Edo. Check it now. The former name of the capital city of Japan was Edo. Edo period lasted for 260 years. Before 1868, it was now renamed Tokyo because the seat of power moved to Kyoto. Check it. What was the former name of the capital city of Japan? If anybody gets it, please just read out. What was the former name of the capital city of Japan? What was the former name of the capital city of Japan? It was Edo. If you have it, read out. While we are waiting, do you know that the Japanese, they still perform Igwe festival that we are performing here to date? And they call their own the Ihu festival. Ihu festival, they go to the stream early morning when they have bonfire wood and throw to the stream, which we call Ubi. Which we call Ubi. Kyoto. Read that, sir. Read. What was your question, sir?
No, I was trying to answer the former name.
No, not answer. Just say what was. You are asking Google now. What was. Has anybody got it? Please read that to us, sir. Read that, sir. Please, let's tell everybody hear it, please. Let everybody hear it, please. If you got it, read it out.
The history of Edo City of Tokyo stretched back from 400 years. Original name Edo. The city started to flourish after Tokugawa.
Yokozuna, yeah.
Tokugawa and
yeah, the Japanese pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, don't stop there. Yeah. Type the question again. What is the link between Japan and Benin Kingdom? What is the link between Japan and Benin Kingdom? They will refer you to Ogiso, the time of Ogiso, the Sky King, and the Japanese call their king, King of the Sky. The Japanese call their king, King of the Sky, and our king there was Ogiso. What is the meaning of Ogiso? Ogenoriso, king, the same Sky King. The Japanese are pure warrior clan. The Beninese are pure warrior clan. Okay? Yes. So let's stop there. So that
line up program for
yes, let's stop there so that we have other time. You have other time to do other things. Like I told you, my name is Ambassador Waimandi I find joy in doing what I'm doing. And I put in more time to dig and find out the facts. You can go anywhere today and say these things and it's verifiable. Check it out. You know, Edo is larger than what you are just saying. Edo is much respected outside than we that said we are the Edo people. That is where you see we get in my so where a young man driving here, we went to see or here we get also get changed to Olamide or change it to Davido. And those people are speaking their Yoruba to portray their music. So why are we fooling ourselves? So we should please send this campaign. Let's all of us campaign this to know that it's only us that can spread our own. We are protected. No, don't touch it. It's my best. It's my best. Although we are protected. So I said yesterday, I was in a show. One of our sons that is doing well in the diaspora manifesto. He did the show yesterday. I was there yesterday. I was invited. I happened to be the first person that I pick up manifesto before he even traveled abroad. I produced most of his works those days. And he said, "Pa, you must be there for me tomorrow. I want to bring you out for them to know that you actually saw importance in me when it was nothing." And I was there. When they gave me the mic, I was able to tell I'm so happy that the narrative is already changing. The time those days, I was here, a musician do here, so when I see our artists in the lives of Dr. Sunshine, all of them have been able to sojourn around the world. The narrative have changed. I mean, maybe I don't know, well, what we went to. Whereas I was in rehab, a place not here, rehab. You know, where rep your tribe. The music will not 5 minutes. If you need a river, like you go for you. Yeah, but you do. We had to cash out to where music.
Can you imagine?
And the DJ like was stop it. My last lot to do I mentioned that. I mean, I DJ, if you want this place to continue, play that music. You can't stop it. On my time I play any cases. The guy was like, let's not join me. Maybe give you a day so you did the who I must pay one year. Hotel do one year. And we saw, you know, only to find out the person that shouted, I am Musa Fino, so let us help ourselves. I mean, what That is why we introduce all this. Everything you see here is a concept that we built by ourselves, just to celebrate our own. Like all this now, when I regional it's anywhere. I tell you, with them years ago, I can they know that you are a proud Edo man or Edo woman. Then you have other, like something happening here now. Okay, we have all these things. Then we have, sorry. Still have the Igbinosun my beret. You can still use it here or you use it in your beret. It's a way of letting people know this is my tryst. Before now, you go in and I walk over. But when I dress with it, when I come out anywhere, people want to snap with you. People want to see you do all this. So it be over in a you wear it in your neck and dress with it, and that does not stop you from, like the way my brother is now. Does not stop you from a pastor in Canada, he bought it. Are you understanding me? Because it was currency that time. So it's one of our pride that we have. So we to use it, dress with it, you know. The scholars in the whole world, the great footballers, the great scientists, where you are interviewing here, and we hear the web they will do for you, they will subtitle it in English. No one here, and we hear music. Or I take what is able to. So the Makaya tell you for the Bima, and we don't know where Egor is able to Egor and we might. So let us protect our own. So let's go to the other side. We still have. I forgot to let you know this. This was the head of the man that led the British to invade Benin. His name is Captain Philip. Captain Philip, he only did the British to invade Benin. You understand now? So he might keep those informations. One day then this way, they are now bringing him to Benin to present it to the whole world. This time around, inside the hall, Uropota Hall, of one anyhow, all the kings, all the who is who in the world have already assembled, waiting for him. He has to trek from Uzama to Benin. And there is a place no Woyma Sokono Soto, Woy de Kanto, between the Sekere and the Biwe. Also, another bridge, a bridge all the way from that side, a Woy Kanto. And if you look at the load he's carrying here, from the crown to the shoe, all is beaded in Vienna. So you can imagine the weight that he's trekking with from that side to Benin. So that was when I actually know that a domain, a strength in me. So that is the popular in street gateway. And this is Ogodogodo Cave. Ogodogodo Cave is a cave where rock, it can accommodate over 200 persons.
Where is this? Where is this? In Fuga. Okay.
It's in Fuga. Please stop where up.
No, Fuga.
We are out of where cave is as good as you are inside the cold room. Okay, very chill. So we are working on a district government to at least develop it into an event center. So this is the Somorika women during their Ofulamu festival. During this festival, they don't sleep with their women. Their husbands. Then that is the popular Ole Arosa Cathedral. The first church in West Africa. That's the first church in West Africa. And this way we have the Igbinosun, the first upstairs in Benin. It's in the next street here. The first upstairs, Igbinosun, owned by the Izeyamu. And this building is a mud house. It's now, as a then, it was more than 100 years. But now it's close to 200 years old now, this building. It's still there. It's still there, strong and healthy. No bullet penetrates it. It's as good as a bulletproof. It's just a mud house. But what did that do with it? What did that do with it? When a man lost his wife, he goes there to stay for 3 months to mourn his wife. And for that 3 months, he will not take his bath. People go there to pay condolence visits to him. Like the man standing by the door when he's mourning his wife. They go there, they give him food, but he will not take his bath. After 3 months, he lives his normal life. But the good thing about it is not a must. They don't subject you to it. There are some people that say, I love my wife too much. Let me go and observe that money. So they do it voluntarily. Okay?
But where is that?
Akoko Edo, sorry. And this is the ceremonial dress of the Benin chief. The ceremonial dress. And you have the Igun bronze. Those days, it's only the Oba of Benin that they produce these things for. It's only him they do it for. They don't commercialize it, they don't sell it in those days. Yeah, the same picture I showed you there. This is Abba Festival, the drum festival, and this is a popular name he does. Then this was the first time the British came to Benin, and they came with gift and all, frustrating, not knowing that they have a motive that they want to come and steal. In other words, they brought the Bible and they asked us to kneel down to the will of the Almighty before we opened our eyes. They have taken away our crowns, our everything, and they dropped the Bible for us. And today the Bible is causing some division. That is why you see a lot of people, they will tell you Agiwana. They kept their tradition, but they are trying to force their own on us. Number one fully that they fooled us was After observing your traditional marriage, they cajole you to go and do white wedding, boldly called white wedding. And that white wedding is the white man's tradition. But the most painful part of it, when the father of the bride takes the daughter to the church and hand her over to the officiating minister, the first question from the officiating minister, has this young man fulfilled the traditional rites of this marriage? And if the man says no, the marriage cannot continue. So why are we still fooling ourselves? If without being told, you now know that the traditional still supersedes the other one. So, I think some other time, this is there. Before record purpose, please just speak up.
My name is Engr Igbinosun. I'm the president and founder of Community of Benin in the world by OGBK. I'm happy to have you on board. I want to ask one of our members. And Miss Elizabeth Hanisa in Norway. She's a co-director of this establishment. So I was informed when the project was going on, and I also gave her the encouragement that anytime any of our members go to Nigeria, we will find it take as a point of duty to visit here. Because our organization is spread across the whole world. There is no country we are not represented. So as we speak now, we are here. Tomorrow we are making the celebration in Badi, which I'm inviting you officially to also give us a speech to further our knowledge here. Today I've enjoyed a lot of lecture from you. I've learned, on behalf of my members worldwide, we are very proud of you. We are very happy. I can assure you that there is no one of us here that is not living here with new things that we have learned from you. I want you to keep the flag flying. Yes, anytime any of us are here, I'm encouraging our members to visit here. If you want to buy any of the artifacts or whatever, you can also have it personalized. So thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, that is the thing I was saying, because it's not only so, but in fairness, when we're drafting the constitution, which was, this is my vice president, is Sokponba, is resident in the United Kingdom, and the wife is also here too. So when we consider those areas that we cannot just limit and confine everything to only Benin. So that was why we allow the use of English, or pidgin English, or your native dialect. It's all allowed. So there is no friend. Tomorrow we are making any speech, we are free to go on English. Go with your whatever you need. So
so we'll be there tomorrow. We'll have a corner here, we'll have some of our products.
Yes, so just bring it so that we can patronize you there tomorrow.
So thank you, sir. Always see you. Are you okay?
I don't know if you all right.